Growing up, many children from poor families are very familiar with hunger. About 30% of children in Nigeria are malnourished, according to statistics from UNICEF. In a bid to change this dangerous trend among children, the federal government began homegrown school feeding program currently running in 22 states. Nigeria is among other African countries like Kenya running a school feeding program.
We must strengthen the commitment of the arms of government to this program. The executive arm of government remains committed to always improving the quality and quantity of homegrown school feeding. The legislative arm must keep supporting the effort in terms of appropriation and other forms of support.
At a symposium to mark the African Day of School Feeding, the Minister of Agriculture joined a panel discussion to chart a way forward for the program.
This thing costs us about 10 billion a month. That's not cheap. It's not that Nigeria can't afford it, but because there are many competing priorities. But it has to be done, and definitely has to be upscaled. So what do? We're pleading with every Nigerian that there is need for us to pay tax.
The federal government budgets 70 naira a meal for each child in primaries 1 to 3 from poor communities. This has apparently encouraged school attendance.
Very happy because the food is very nice. I like rice and beans and egg because it used to give me energy, and I used to listen to my teacher.
Now the Vice President clearly puts it this way: when we invest in our children, we invest in ourselves and in the future. Now the key concern remains how truly sustainable is the homegrown school feeding program in the long run to guarantee a successful future for the Nigerian child. From the presidential villa, Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.